My greetings and good wishes to all of you at this 10th Scientific Conference on Energy Policy and Development being organized by the National and Kapodistrian University in Athens. Your conference this October comes at a particularly opportune time, right after the general debate in the United Nations General Assembly, but even as individual committees and delegates are working to fashion in detail the agenda, the possibilities, and the promise for the United Nations over the next year. Speaking on climate change just a few months ago, our Secretary General Antonio Guterres said, "The facts that we have to accept are that climate change is undeniable, climate action is unstoppable, and climate solutions are unmatchable." It is you, the participants in this conference, backed by the solid academic research that you have done before coming here, and which you will continue to do once you leave this conference, that can best assure those solutions. We're also blessed at this time by a realizing recognition within the energy industry that it is in its own interests not to be combative about climate change and not to resent measures which must now be taken to preclude climate change and energy deprivation affecting our planet in years ahead. They do so because they realize that in an increasingly energy-efficient world, where clean and sustainable energy is becoming the norm, it is in their own interests to move with the tide and to anticipate the changes that are bound to come and accommodate them in their current behavior, practices, and planning. They do so because their investors and those who shore them up both financially and politically are aware of climate change and are absolutely keen that it be factored into what industry is doing now. And above all, they are keen because the workforce they're going to draw upon, the workforce which increasingly will become comprised of people born in the last part of the 20th century and at the beginning of the present century, are committed to the idea of a sustainable planet and want to work in an occupation and in an industry that encourages that. So we have in many ways a remarkable combination of circumstances that augur very well for the twin energy and climate change perspectives that this conference addresses. What is now left to you is to make sure that the worth and burden of your academic research and academic proof cast its weight upon the business models and the profit models and indeed the sustainable models that energy industry wishes to adopt. If you're able to do so, and if you're able to take your research beyond the laboratory into what the United Nations truly is, a forum for every activity and every occupation that humanity has chosen to adopt a practice, then you would have made this conference well worth its success, and we in the United Nations Academic Impact will be proud of you. Thank you for all that you're doing and will continue to do, and my best wishes to you in this conference.